Hello, do you know the difference between a sales receipt and a sales invoice? If not, join me. That's what I'm discussing today. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. This is a channel I started to share what I know and what I continue to learn. My videos are about business tips, online marketing, affiliate marketing, earning money online, and also I record videos just to motivate you to take a step to a better you. If you are new, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you. My name is Sherif Anakalema. I'm a business owner in Virginia, USA. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Share the message. Also, please leave a comment. And when you subscribe, please click on the bell so that when I record a video, when I upload a video, you get notified. And I'm trying to do it more now. I've been doing every week, but I'm doing more now. Every Sunday and during the week, Wednesday or Thursday. But I'm trying to do twice now. Today, the topic is actually not for everyone. It's for business owners who are not taking the record keeping very seriously. So if you have a business and you have a computer, you have like QuickBooks or another program for your record keeping, this message is not for you. This message, in fact, I want to make it a series of videos, and I want to share tips for easy bookkeeping, not the advanced stuff. By the way, I'm not an accountant, like a professional accountant. I have accounting knowledge, but I'm not sharing because I'm saying you must do this, you must do that, but I'm just sharing what you could do to have the minimal records, at least to know that you are making a profit or a loss. So today, I want to start by defining what a sales invoice is and what a sales receipt is. Please, if you're watching this, I'm not talking to you as a customer. I'm talking to you as a business owner. So let's get to define these. But my intention, if you show me, please put a comment. If you show me that you're interested in this kind of topics, so I record more. I intend to record more until we are able to make an income statement or a profit and loss statement. All those transactions, explaining them in layman's language. Please don't go in a dictionary and find what I'm defining here, like if I didn't do it right. My intention is to explain what it is, not the technical meaning, the technical words, but what is a sales receipt? What is a sales invoice? In just common words. How do you understand it? So, number one, a sales receipt from the perspective of a business owner is not the same as a sales invoice. Because the reason I keep saying business owner, if someone is buying from you, they call it a purchase invoice. So for them, it's a different language. But let's concentrate with the business owner because that's the one I'm caring about right now. I want to make sure you keep the right records and like for tax purposes and for you even knowing what's going on with your business. That's why I'm recording these videos. So let's start with a sales receipt. Depending on what you do, you could be selling goods, products, or you could be providing a service. The main difference for a receipt to happen, that means you have been paid. The customer has paid you in full. And depending on what you're doing, maybe you have like a small shop somewhere and someone comes to buy. Maybe they're buying a shirt or shoes, whatever you're selling, and they could pay you like this. They could have saved up their coins. They could come here with a lot of coins. That's money. They could come with paper money, paper money, cash that you can count. They could write a check. They could write a check. They could pay you with a debit card. They could pay you with a credit card. They could pay you with a money order. If you're like where I am here in America, they could pay you with a money order. They could pay you with many other forms of payments that are happening right now. But the whole point is that before you issue them a receipt, they've paid all the amount in the transaction in full. I'll give you an example of a receipt I'm about to write. But before I even move on, please know that with an invoice, they have not paid you in full. So the receipt, they have paid you, then you write them a receipt. And I'm saying write them a receipt. Remember I said this is information is for those people who don't have computers, who don't have registers. They're like just writing their own thing. That's why, because if you have a computer, you don't really need to know so much. You just put a transaction, the computer does everything for you. And the register, you print out a receipt. That's easy. But I'm talking about someone that has just a small place and they're not used to keeping track of things. And most of the customers, they're not even asking for that receipt. I'm suggesting whether they ask for it or they don't, you keep it, you write it down, because that's how we're going to track the total sales, and that's how we're going to end up with our income statement. Remember, my intention is to keep recording these videos until we define everything and add it up together and come up with a profit or loss and know what's going on in your business. So if someone comes and pays you with this, you are good to go, they are good to go, unless something happens and have to come back and say they didn't like the good. But as far as I'm concerned, the transaction is done. Now, in future, I'm going to define the difference between these two. The difference between a debit card and a credit card is going to come soon in my videos. But for today, we know that when you are paid, it doesn't matter whether it's a debit card or credit card, you are paid. Okay? Later, I'll talk about more. Now, what would it look like? Because you could go and print out your own receipt books with your own name, the business name and everything, but you could also just go to a stationery shop or store and buy receipts. You just write down and a simple receipt. It will go like maybe like that. It has item and has description. Maybe here it has the item, maybe the name of the thing, description, quantity, unit price, and amount. Let's take a small example, a very easy example. Maybe the item, you have the code like 001 is a shirt. In the shirt, someone came and bought 2 of those, and each one cost like this price is in dollars. Each is like, let's say 20. I think with 20 you can buy a shirt, right? So the total amount would be 40. These are in dollars. So maybe this is a husband buying a dress for a wife. So we have number 2 is the dress, and just one. It's an expensive dress. It costs like $30. Expensive compared to the shirt. And so because it's just one is $30. So the total is 70. But let's assume maybe you gave a discount. This might be item that you may find on a receipt. Discount. And discount could be maybe you offered them these items on sale 10%, 10%, and that's $7. The discount is deducted. So here we had 70, and take off 10% and becomes 63. Those are dollars. So 63. That would be the amount before taxes. Like depending on where you are, it could be VAT taxes. Could be VAT. It could be sales tax. Let's assume it's like 10%. 10% is like $6.30. And what's the total? 69, right? 69. That will be the total on this receipt. But please be careful. I remember I used to work in Uganda Revenue Authority in Uganda. If you're watching me, you're from Uganda. And at that time, we were collecting not VAT that's there now. It used to be sales tax. But the rule was the law that you had to charge sales tax here on this amount, not on this one. So you had to charge sales tax before the discount. Be careful. You could be charging less sales tax or less VAT. You have to know the laws of where you are. At what point do you charge the taxes? Is it before sales, before the discount, or after the discount? You need to know that, or you end up being penalized and then you end up paying the difference. Okay, that's a sample sales receipt. This was a receipt. So someone pays in full. They get their receipt, and that's the end of that transaction. Please make sure you are issued receipts. By the way, below this video, I'm going to put a link to a video I recorded in which I emphasize the importance of keeping records, but also the importance of separating personal from business transactions. Check it out. I'll put a link below. Now, let's go to the invoice. We just finished with that. What about an invoice? An invoice is issued because the buyer has not yet paid. The person buying has not yet paid. And this is a very important document because it's evidence that, okay, the person has taken the goods or they has received the service, but they have not yet paid. This would have a format of, I don't have enough space, but hopefully I can do this. So, you know what? Let me remove this whole thing for now. So we have more space. Sales invoice. It will start off, depending on which corner you choose, but you can design your own invoices, and it will have your company name or business name. Business name, address. Sometimes you could have the phone number, etc. Everything concerning your business. And then, like me, mine, the customer's name is over here. But the customer name is on this same side. So to have the customer name and address I say etc because we don't have enough space. But we have the full address, sometimes their phone number and their email address on this side or this side. This invoice has to have a number, like 001. It's very important and it's a unique number. Normally, when you have a business, the numbers have to follow each other. They are tracked so we know what's going on in this business. You issue number 1, number 2, number 3. That's tracking. And then also, this it has a number and it has to have a date. Where the order these items appear may not really matter, but these items are very, very important. It has to have a date, either there or here. Mine is the service invoice because I own a cleaning business, and the design may be a little bit different for products. So, and mine is also in the computer. So date, it has to have a date, and then we go down to the same, almost similar to what you had before, because we're going to have the item, description, like sometimes the quantity could even be here, or it could be here. Description, unit price, amount. The quantity could be here or could be here or anywhere. Let's assume, for example, for me, I'm going to assume this is a service invoice. Remember the example I gave for receipt was product. This one is service. So I clean homes, and these are homes that are empty. Someone moved out, another one is moving in. Sometimes I could get an order that has, let's assume these are 2 homes. So I have 2, and the description is, the item is cleaning. Cleaning, that's how I describe it. And for me, the real description is actually the address, the service address. So it could be like 550 ABC Lane. I have to describe the address of the house we cleaned. And also I cleaned maybe 330 BCD Lane or Avenue. And for each of these homes I cleaned is $100. So the total is 200. Now, I could have another service. For example, 1, I clean ovens. I could say 1 oven cleaning. No. Cleaning oven for the 330 BCD. I have to really to describe in detail. Mine has large space here. I have to describe in detail what's going on in this home. And the unit price is maybe $20, and total is 20. So that's 220. I tend to give coupons, like I could say discount, item, discount, maybe 20. There's no tax. Here in where I am, Virginia, USA, there's no tax on services. We have sales tax on products, but not on services. So I don't have to add tax. So the total would be 220. And now, what's important on an invoice, it has to have terms. When is it due? It's common for an invoice to have like a net 30. Net 30 means it's payable in, is due and payable in 30 days. So the invoice will go down. This, I don't have enough space. You say net 30. That means payable in 30 days. So the company that gives you this kind of work, when I send them the invoice, I'm not expecting payment tomorrow. It takes a month, it could even take longer, because I know they will pay, but the terms are there. Some don't pay net 30. Some said pay due on receipt, and some, but you have to know that when you are preparing this invoice, you are not paid yet, but you have provided the service, or you have shipped the goods, or the different kinds of invoices. And my suggestion is, if you are not using these invoices, please go, either you can order one with your own description, they can put your company name and everything, or you can just go to, for now, I'm assuming you don't keep records. Remember, that's why I'm recording these videos. If you have your records, you're fine. But if you are starting out, please go to a local store, a local shop where they sell stationery, and pick out two important books. One, a sales receipt, and another one, a sales invoice. So that for everything that's happening in your business, you are tracking, you are recording. Later, as if I keep recording these, I'm not so sure, depending on if you want to watch them, I'll get to some point and they say, you know what, now let's add up. How much is in your invoices? How much is in your sales receipts? So that we get the total amount, the total sales. So please find the right sales receipt and the right invoice for what you are doing, because it could be a product, it could be a service. When you go there, you'll see that they have different kinds. Pick one that will describe what you do really, really well. The intention for this video is to encourage you to keep track of what you are doing. Today, we dealt with the sales invoice and the sales receipt, and we said that they're not the same. The sales receipt, the customer has paid you in full, but for a sales invoice, you have not received your money yet. You just issue this one, waiting to get the payment later. I hope you got some value out of that. I'm sorry that this is not enough space, and I didn't want to write it down before. I wanted to write it as I'm talking. Maybe it's clearer. And this is for a service. The one for a product could be different. Some invoices are more detailed than this one, depending on what you are doing. All the terms are written on the invoice, so it's very, very clear. It's almost like a legal document. It's very clear what is expected from the customer. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a like if you did. Please make a comment. Like I said, I'm not doing this in a professional way. I'm just coming, suggesting that please, it's important to keep these records. So please try to do that. Especially if you have a very, very small business and you don't even know if you're making a profit or loss. We'll get there as we keep recording. Soon, I'm going to record, I think it'll be the next one, the difference between a credit card and a debit card. It will be a simple one, just describing those two. And like I always end these messages, take good care of yourself, take good care of your family, of your health. Please check below. There is a link to a video recorded encouraging you to separate the records. Don't mix up personal and business records for tax purposes, but also for you to know if you are making a profit or loss. You track things better. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.